And we're off. Okay. Went a little bit earlier than I intended. I was just changing something up on my streaming thing, my camera, my streaming thing, and anyway, it ended up starting a bit earlier than I anticipated. Anyway, so yeah, excited to be here. I'm learning some new tricks and tips. I can't even say that right. For streaming, so hopefully things will go a little bit smoother today. I've been just learning a little bit in my spare time, trying to see how I can make this a more cohesive and flowing experience. I had hoped to get a timer for us to use today, like on the screen that you all could see, rather than just me using my timer. I was not able to get it set up, unfortunately, but I will have it ready for future events. So stay tuned for that. Also, I'm really excited to announce that on Monday I'll be sending out an email for all the webinars I'll be doing this month, in addition to these live events. So I think Edwin, I think you're on my email list. So check out, watch for that. That's coming here shortly. We have a little bit of a surprise this month, so I'm excited to announce that here soon. And I'll be getting that out, like I said, on Monday. Anyway. Glad to have you all here. Those who can make and those who couldn't, that's fine. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll catch the replay and watch this later. Once again, the goal here is just to get some writing done. Get started and have fun with it. I'm so glad to see that Edwin is with us, and that if you saw in the chat there, he's been writing for 2 hours each day to meet his goals, and that's great. I wish I was there. I'm really depending on these like 40-minute sessions, 30 to 40-minute sessions we've been doing to get most of my writing done. And usually, to be honest, I don't get any writing done on the weekends. My wife has graciously offered to watch the kids while I do these events on the weekends. So if you do hear my kids screaming and crying in the background, hopefully you won't. My mic's pretty good. It usually tunes that out. But life happens. You may hear them because they are home from school, and they are going to be a little bit of a challenge, I'm sure, for my lovely lady there. Tam, welcome back. Happy to see you there. You're here, ready to get some writing done. Good. Well, maybe we won't waste any time here. I'm going to jump into my desktop view real quick. Let's see. Is it going to give me problems again? It looks like it is. I don't know why it does this. Give me 1 second, guys. I think I'm going to have to switch this whole thing because it wants to do its own thing every time. There we go. And I think there's an actual problem with the scene I have set up for that specific one. I won't bore you with the details, but I think I know what it is. And now that I've identified it, I think I can fix it next time. Anyway, we're into it. We're looking good so far. Here's my project. Once again, I'm still in the same place where I haven't done any work since last time. I keep saying to myself, I'm going to get something done before we meet up to. I'm going to do more work, but the truth is, it's just not happening yet. And I'm grateful that we have this time together to work on it, because honestly, if we didn't, I would not be getting any writing done at this point. This is really saving me for NaNoWriMo, and I'm sure it's helping you. You can see, and now I'm at 1,736. That's quite a bit higher than I'd like to be. So I got to get some good writing done today. Anyway, what we'll do, I'm not going to do any housekeeping today. I think we're going to focus and just get the writing done, and then we'll return for tomorrow. Reminder for tomorrow, we're doing it at 1 p.m. Central Time. So I already have that one up. You can set the notification, whatever, to notify you that when we're doing that tomorrow. But we are doing it quite a bit earlier than we did today, and obviously we did today later. If you're wondering, my son did play 2 games, and unfortunately lost both of them, but they played really well. So we're really happy with how he did and how their team did, even though it wasn't quite what they were hoping for. Anyway, moving right along, let me go ahead and get my timer set up here. And we'll do, once again, let's do our 20 minutes. Okay, let's do that. And let's begin. Let's just get this going. Let's get rolling. Let's get writing, and let's have fun with it. No worries, Tam. That's fine. Totally get it. All of us have a different schedule. I know we can't make it every time, but as long as you get your writing done, that's all I care about. Get that writing done, and then I'll see you hopefully on Monday. Okay, we've got about just less than a minute. So if you're riding, go ahead and wrap up. I'm going to wrap up here too. Here in just a second. See how I did today. Not bad. Okay, there's our timer. Good. We'll stop that there. So how'd y'all do? Let me know in the chat. Love to hear how things went for you guys. And I'm going to quickly pull up my own desktop and show you how I did while I'm waiting for you guys to jump in. So I got about 552 words. Let's look at my writing history real quick. Project, writing history, see how we're doing. So November 1st, about 1,470, so it was a really good day. 893 words, pretty good day. And it seems like each day has gotten a little bit more. I did have some other writing. I did a little bit of some minor outlining just beforehand. I think over here in that. So I guess I got 650 words total, if you want to count that. But really, towards my draft, just 552. And so that's still putting me behind, which is not great, but it's okay. I'm making progress and moving in the right direction. If you didn't know about this is the writing history. It's super handy, especially for for something like this for NaNoWriMo, right? Where we're kind of tracking our statistics and seeing where we're going. I like this a lot, so I can actually see day to day how I'm doing. The project was originally created on the 20th, but we're looking primarily right here. And we're looking pretty good. So where should I be at today? If I were doing the 1,667 words a day, and I times that by, let's do 4 days, I should be about basically almost double what I'm at now. So I'm quite a bit behind. And so I'll probably have to pick up the slack come Monday. The good news is I'm feeling a lot better, and I'm hoping I can get in some more stuff. Probably not tomorrow, but definitely on Monday once my kids are back in school. Tomorrow's going to be probably pretty similar to today. I'm guessing about 500 to 600 words for tomorrow as well. I like forecasting. I like thinking about what I'm going to be doing and how things are going to be going thereabout. It kind of helps me know what to prepare for and what we're looking at. I could reset this again and see what I would get for today. Tam, you said you're fast. For today, I got 226 words, but I'm working with the transition, so it's a bit slower. Okay, yeah, it'll go faster. Yeah, no, I get that. And see, I think the reason I went a bit faster here is because if you look here, I was writing this scene, Reese meets the team, and I decided to single out one of the characters from that scene and write a scene of those two together. It's kind of probably part of this original scene in some way or another, but I just went ahead and separated it, pulled it out into a separate chapter. Of course, the structure is loose right now. We can change anything later. And I just wrote a whole scene of them just conversing with each other. And that was a lot of fun. And for me, when I'm having fun writing, I tend to write quite a bit more. I don't know why I did so well at the beginning of the week. Maybe because I was feeling a little bit better. I don't know. I feel like I was feeling worse, but I don't know. I just feel like I could be doing better than I am, but that's okay. That's okay. Once again, 226 words. That's okay, Tam. That's not bad. Words done is words done, and so just keep rolling away and getting that writing down. That's all that matters. I'm trying to think. Let's do a little housekeeping real quick. So I had an extra scene here. Actually, it's the same scene. I think I had some formatting issues in this one or something, so I ended up just trashing it. I'm just going to throw it in my scenes there. That looks good in my scraps folder here or a trash folder. One thing I wanted to work on my plot and structure a little bit next time before we meet, hopefully. This is a little template I have to keep to kind of figure out what my premise is, so the premise of the whole story, and I kind of got the idea down a little bit. Just a couple more things I still need to work on. I could probably work out some characters. I just created a bunch of other characters. Probably what I'll do real quick while I'm thinking about it is I'm going to come in here to my keywords, and I'm going to go ahead and show my project keywords here. And this is not a minor character, but we'll just go ahead and select. We'll just do a new one, and we'll call this supporting characters. We can call them A or B story characters too. Story characters. Have to look at that. I'm going to pull it out actually like that, and then I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to call this Lionel because that's what I named him right now. Lionel Haynes. Names are all up for like for grabs. Like, you know, I try to keep them consistent in the beginning and then change them as I go. Right. So I'm putting him under supporting characters, and I'll probably create a character sheet for him. Right. And then you need to go through this and do some of this stuff here. I might change his color by double clicking it and making it more of a yellowish color. I don't know. I think I'll look at that later. But I want to have that assigned to this scene. Right now, it's just her and him in it, so I'm going to put him there. That way, it's easy to track him as we're going through. I can make a collection of Lionel, right, and track his progress throughout the novel. So that's something I'm trying to keep on top of. I really want to go back through and just read through these scenes. Probably what I'll do tomorrow if I have time is just read. I won't be adding any writing or anything. I'll just read through and try to identify some characters, give them some names, because I had a lot of characters where I was just throwing in, creating out of nowhere. And I'm like, I don't know what your name is. I don't care what your name is. I'm just, throwing in some filler stuff in here to do it. One thing I did, also one last thing I'm going to show you guys is I did create just a bunch of names. I don't typically keep the names I use from the name generator, but what I did is I used Scrivener's name generator. So if you go to, I'm trying to remember where it is. Name generator. Oh, there it is. Writing tools, name generator. Sorry. Right there, right? And then I pull that up, and then I go ahead and I just generated like 50 names. And what I do is I just copy and paste them. And I put them into a little potential characters name document. That was probably that's the 98 words I wrote outside actually that it was tracking. I really didn't write those. I just generated those, right? And so then that's where I found Lionel. I grabbed Lionel there. I'm like, oh, I like that one. That works for this character. Boom, Lionel's in the story now. And of course, if I want to change that later, certainly can. Not too hard to do. Okay. The more distinctive the name, though, the easier it is. Try to keep names that aren't like the same as other like names of places or things, because the more things you have to keep track of in terms of like if you have to find and replace stuff, it gets really tricky. I had a client where the name of one character and the name of a city were almost the same, and so it was really difficult when we had to go ahead and change those. So just watch out for stuff like that. It can make your life a little bit difficult. I mean, it's not impossible. You can go. We worked it out, but yeah. Yeah, that's my baby you hear crying. She's probably hungry. I'm sure my wife's taking care of 4 kids all by herself right now. So thank you. So Edwin, you did about 220 words in 25 minutes. Here's the thing. I usually do in about 20 minutes. I'm usually about 300 to 500 words. I've done more. I've done more. I've done like 800 words before. I can really do, if I really have the groove and like know what I'm doing, man, I can just pound them out fast. But if I don't, then I'm like 100, 150 words. It really just depends on the day and how things are going. Honestly, today, other than feeling better, I had some other stuff going on. I'm just like, I don't know, if I'm gonna be able to do this today, because with Ryan, my son having soccer practice and everything else. I mean, not soccer practice, soccer games today. It was lining up to be a really, really busy day. And anyway, yeah, it worked out really well actually. Glad I made it. So anyway, well, thank you guys for coming. I think we normally I set a timer for 5 minutes. I forgot again, but I think we're good to go. This has been a lot of fun. We're going to keep it really low-key, really simple. Tomorrow we'll meet again once again at 1 p.m. Central. For those of you who can make it, Tam, I already know you can't, so we'll miss you, but we'll see you on Monday. We'll be back to our regular schedule at 2 p.m. every day. Weekends may be a little different. We might just push our weekends to a little bit later hour. I'll let you know. before we meet next weekend, right? We got several days, a whole week before that. So, but we'll look at it. Just different schedule on different on the weekends and on the weekdays, right? And my availability time can vary greatly, and I'm sure yours can and as well. Okay, so thank you all for coming. Hopefully, you got some good writing done, and I would encourage you keep writing if you can. If you have some time to keep writing, go for it. Thank you to Edwin. So glad we could do this together. It's just good. I feel like every time we get another person, which is good, and it's good to see some familiar faces and some familiar people from the webinars that I do as well. So thank you for coming. And feel free, if you can, share it. I've been trying to share this out, get the word out. So feel free and share those with your friends and other people, other writers too. I'm glad that's helping out Tam. I'm really glad. It makes me happy when we're helping each other, and we're moving in the right direction. 3,662 words for me so far in my draft. Obviously, I want a little bit more, but we'll get there. The fact that we're even making any progress at all, it to me is a win. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you all tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at 1:00. Okay. Bye.